we don't want to get doxxed and we don't want to get suspended and we don't want to get arrested. How gangsta are you? That's just my question. How much are you willing to do it? And I know everyone has their own risk levels, but at the end of the day, that's a question to ask ourselves. How committed am I to this? To what extent of my personal material gains am I willing to sacrifice for this bigger noble cause? And subhanAllah, I truly believe that when your heart is in the right place, if you get suspended, if you get doxxed, because it's bound to happen when you're doing a righteous cause and when you're doing something for the sake of Allah here in the West, it will never ever be in vain. And the true believer does not fear that, because the true believer knows that the akhirah is a promise. We don't want to get doxxed and we don't want to get suspended and we don't want to get arrested. How gangsta are you? That's just my question.
How gangster are you as it relates to a belief in the tenets and the teachings of Allah? How gangster are you? That's just my question, she says. How much are you willing to do? To what extent of my personal material gains am I willing to sacrifice for this bigger, noble cause? When you're doing a righteous cause and you're doing something for the sake of Allah, here in the West, it will never be in vain. And she says the true believer does not fear, because the true believer knows that the Al-Kahira, I think is what she said, is a promise. The Al-Kahira, that's a belief in the afterlife. Folks, what she's literally asking is, if you truly believe that you are called to convert the non-believer, if you are here to convert, if you are here to get all the infidels to either convert or die, how far are you willing to go? That's the phrase. How gangster are you? How far are you willing to go? This is an intern working in Zoran Mandani's office. She's literally calling for an uprising. And don't worry about what happens, because if you truly believe and you're working on behalf of Allah as they believe, as she thinks that religion is telling her, then whatever you do, if you lose your life in the process, don't worry. You've got an afterlife to look forward to. A little bit of a red flag from Zoran.